Hey! Welcome to my video blog for today. Today's going to be a very special day. We're shifting gears here, and we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have viewer mail. I'm going to answer questions from you, the fans. Not every single one of you, because that would take hours. Darn. But yeah, I got some viewer mail. You posted questions, and I pick questions at random and answer them for you, the fans, just to get you get to know me a little bit more. I mean, we've been through thick and thin. I think I throw you a bone, give you a peek inside my world. That is my show world. In any event, today's questions come from various people. I'm gonna keep them anonymous because I don't want to embarrass anybody and make somebody blush, you know. But these are questions at random, totally picked out by a pool of questions and just plucked out for just totally at random. So I'm just going to read off the questions, and I'll answer the best of my ability. And I hope you enjoy it. And please relax and sit back. First question of the day is, what is involved in the making of a show? Well, glad you asked that. It is a very tedious process, and it's time consuming. Let's see. It starts overnights. Basically, the writers stay up late to write fresh material for me, and the latest headlines, the latest happenings, events, what have you. And basically, by the time around 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock in the morning, we get together and get a rough draft of the show at hand. And by noon, we have the final draft, final copy of the script. Then we set up. The crew sets up the lights and the set, and make sure everything is just perfect, in perfect order. And by the time the afternoon rolls around, I'm ready, pumped, geared, ready to go. And it's never ending. We keep busy as bees around here, just buzzing around and making a show. And we really put our nose to the grindstone. But thank you for that question. Second question is, will House, Cuddy, and Wilson ever have a threesome? Okay, for those of you who don't know, those are three characters from the TV show House, which I reviewed, semi-reviewed on season 1 of my show. Very good, addicting TV show. The answer to that would probably be, I doubt it. I think, if anything, if you follow the show, you'll know that House is somewhat interested in Cuddy. It's a complicated relationship going on, and Wilson's probably interested in House. So nah, I don't think a threesome will happen. I don't think it's gonna pan out. It won't. But I think it's just gonna wind up with maybe House and Wilson. But anyway, nah, I don't think it'll happen. I think it's just gonna be. It's going to be exciting to find out. That's why it's so addicting. That's why tune in. I think it's going to start coming on Mondays on Fox now. They shifted the time over. But check it out. It's great. Thanks for the question. Next question. How do you feel about global warming? Man, that sucks. Global warming sucks. It's not good for the environment, obviously. I am hopeful about the new hybrid cars that are coming out, and maybe less emissions. You know, I'm not a total expert on the global warming, but I'm hopeful that it'll pan out. I do believe, though, technology is always going by leaps and bounds, and you know, before you know it, we'll actually be traveling space. If you ever watch Star Trek or any of those crazy sci-fi shows, I believe it could happen. I mean, you know, technology. I mean, look at where we are. I mean, compared to 100 years ago. I mean, if you showed a cell phone to a guy 100 years ago, he'd be freaking out and going, ah! You know. But, you know, it's possible. Outside chance, it's possible. If global warming is just too much, then we could be like on another planet by the time it really rolls around. But, you know, it sucks. Do what we can. You know, conserve. You know, help the environment. You know, if you take a shower, take it with somebody else. You know, preferably somebody you know and somebody you care about. You know, conserve the water. You know, I try. You know, me and my roommate, he frowns upon the dual shower, so I might have to, you know, find somebody else, preferably female. You know, but you know, conserve, really conserve, seriously. But thanks for the question, and I'm glad you asked it. The third question: what do you think about TV Guide rating Farrah Fawcett ahead of Heather Locklear among sexiest women? You know, potato, potato. I don't read too much into TV Guide's ratings. It just depends on what generation you grew up in. You know, Farrah Fawcett is probably a little hottie, especially back in the day. I'm familiar somewhat of her accomplishments and achievements, but Heather Locklear, I would imagine, and I really imagine a lot, Heather Locklear. She is more geared towards my generation, and I probably prefer her over Farrah Fawcett. And but you know, to each their own. Farrah Fawcett back then, her day, and Heather Locklear in her day, kind of like Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. You know, if they both in their primes, you know, you'd have a close one right there. But yeah, it's all depends on TV Guide. You know, whatever they decide, it's their. I'm sure they try to be neutral about it, but yeah, it is what it is. And like I said, I'd probably prefer Heather, but you know, to each their own. So it's a good thing. You know, all good. Preferably all good. Well, that is our questions for today. 4 questions, 4 glorious questions, beautiful questions. I'm going to have to frame this paper now. It's going to be up there with hopefully my Emmy Award, which, knock on wood, we'll win that baby. We'll get it home, buddy. Yeah, I'm talking about you, producer, director, Bob. We'll get it. We'll get it. But, well, that was our Q&A questions for today. Kind of short, but sweet. Short is sweet. I appreciate your guys' continued support, and look forward for another exciting episode of my exciting weblog. It's what's the word for it? Exciting. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you again really soon. Preferably tomorrow. Thank you again, and well, I'm out. Peace. Yeah, well, I'm getting all fancy with my endings now. Peace. Is the camera off?